No, Chester, I will not tell you again. We went over it 17 times in the taxi on the way over here. Now, I like repetition as much as the next man, but one must draw a line somewhere.
If you could just sit here, please, Dr. Magnus. The host will be with you shortly.
Shall we run a little thought experiment, Mr. Mims?
Oh, yes, Dr. Magnus. That sounds like fun.
Good. Let's begin with some data gathering. These couches, how many people do you think that they comfortably accommodate?
Probably 2 apiece.
Good. Exactly. At most, I'd postulate.
Well, allowing for personal space, I agree with your conclusion.
Good. Next variable. How many people host the nightly show?
I believe there are 3.
Once again, I concur. Well done. Now, computation. If there are 3 hosts, how many seats are left?
1, Dr. Magnus.
And what can we conclude from this data, Chester? Well done.
Sorry, Dr. Magnus.
Off you trot.
Something wrong, Colin?
What happened to news?
News? I think I remember that.
This is... Oh, God, this is light entertainment.
Are you okay, Colin?
I just met someone in the corridor who said they were Patrick Bannon.
That's Patrick, yeah.
But it isn't, and this isn't. This is awful. I need to lie down. How'd you let this happen? How could you?
That what happened?
All this.
Remind me how we let this happen.
Something about King Canute, if I remember correctly. Dr. Charles Magnus. This is Jeremy Donaldson. Jeremy, Dr. Magnus.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr.
Because
Donaldson.
we have been over this, Patrick. If it is in my dressing room, it is mine, OK? If you want your own, ask Jenny.
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll get 2.
Great.
How about that?
Get as many as you want. I don't care, Patrick.
And when something really awful happens to yours, yeah, I'll keep both. How about that?
Is that a threat?
Yes.
Did everyone hear that?
Patrick, Robin! This is Dr. Charles Magnus. He's our guest this evening.
Hi, lovely
Dr.
to meet
Magnus.
you.
Yes.
It's a pleasure.
Nice
it's a
to meet you
pleasure.
both. Is everything okay? You seem to be at loggerheads.
10 seconds, everybody.
Us? No, we're fine. A bit of showbiz.
Going in
banter.
5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson, and welcome to The Nightly Show, your #1 source for digestible talking points. As ever, we're joined on the couch of chat with inexplicably popular co-hosts Robin Short and Patrick Bannon.
Thanks, JD. Great to be here with you as always, but particularly today when we have such an uplifting show ahead of us.
That's right, Robin. On tonight's special extended edition of The Nightly Show, we'll be doing some science stuff with one of the country's top brain boxes, and it's gonna make you grin.
Yes, science stuff. In an impressive building overlooking the picturesque hills of Chintleberry.
It's the one they used the outside of for John Wax 5. You broke my fingernail, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was some filming, but we were rather busy at the time.
Probably doing science stuff.
No, they did. You know, I've seen that movie 14 times. Oh, don't worry, not loaded.
We're pleased to welcome Dr. Charles Magnus, whose casually named Happiness Collective has been working on a secret project designed to make us all happier.
Oh, even you, JD.
I remain dubious.
Now, you must have noticed this bonkers-looking thing. Well, this is called the euphoric device, and apparently it's going to make us all happier. Did I get this science right, Doc?
Actually, it's called the Euphoria.
So don't touch that dial. Stick with Channel 1 all evening as we bring you
The Night of Smiles.
Coming to you.
That's a minute back.
Jenny?
In the heart of the capital.
Hi. Yeah, so earlier on today, Patrick said something to me that made me feel quite uncomfortable with the joke. Oh, she made a threat, actually. It was a threat against my life.
I tell you what.
Really.
Both of you. Why don't I just get Sue from HR to come down tonight after the show, and you two can sit and talk it all out with her until it's done. Think that you're in It's still not fair.
Definitely did, but I... Oh, thanks.
Sorry.
Yes, it would.
Maybe we should forget it then.
Yeah, you know, upon further reflection, I may have...
Overreacted. Okay, 10 seconds, everybody.
Bitch.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. In just a few minutes' time, we'll be turning on the Euphoria.
Oh, I wish someone would turn on my Euphoria device.
Crikey.
It's been ages.
But before we do that, let's attempt to have a conversation about the science behind the spectacle. We're joined here by the leader of the Happiness Collective, Dr. Charles Magnus.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
The head of a collective.
Yes, Patrick, I was bemused by
Does that
that.
make you like Alpha Geek?
It's not exactly the
That is
terminology.
brilliant.
So, Dr. Magnus, this is a big night for you. You must be very excited.
Yes, that's an accurate observation.
That's an accurate observation. I love this guy. I love you, you crazy brainiac.
We both do. We love you.
But slightly more impartially, we do actually have a couple of questions.
As I would expect.
Absolutely. So, Dr. Magnus, who are you wearing?
What? Who am I wearing? I'm not wearing anyone. I haven't been hugged in 8 years.
I think they're asking who designed your clothes.
That seems to be an entirely irrelevant subject.
Yes, I agree, but you'll be surprised how often it comes up.
Well, we just get the lab coats as a job lot.
Job a lot. Oh, isn't she that enfant terrible that came out of San Palmerino? I love her.
Honestly, I've really no idea what you're talking
Now,
about.
Dr. Magnus, I'm sure our viewers would be curious to understand your process.
Yes,
a bit.
good. Let's get into the nitty-gritty.
So, when you're slogging away on those late nights at the lab, what music do you listen to?
Well,
I'm sure the doctor would rather talk about his device. Yes?
Brahms, some Schubert, Chopin. Focuses the mind.
Exactly as you would expect. from
And
a
I'm
scientist.
something of an aficionado on the song Drum Drum Bang a Bang.
Love that song. Drum, drum, bang, a bang, straight up, wham, wham. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Drum, drum, bang, a bang.
Drum, drum, bang a bang. Now I'm all flim flam. Got me in the clim clam. Spinning on my wag wag. Come and say my yam tap. Drum, drum, bang a bang.
It's such a tongue twister. It's so catchy.
Right, good. That happened. Perhaps now we could turn to some possible problems with the experiment.
Absolutely. I mean, well, we've got this great big studio to set up your device in. But, well, it is incredibly big, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not very consumer friendly.
It's a very specific colour scheme.
I wouldn't suit everywhere,
No.
I shouldn't think.
Well, I suppose that's true. Theoretically, we could, given enough time, make it a little smaller and perhaps personalise it a little.
Oh!
That would be amazing. I mean, I know I would love a happy button. Maybe you could put them on a key ring. Oh, how great would that be?
Let me try.
Yeah.
That's lovely. I'm happy now. JD?
I'll pass.
Oh, I love that, Patrick. I love it. Oh, what'd you say, Doctor? Want to go?
Dr. Magnus, alongside these no doubt crucial aesthetic concerns, there are some more rather serious ethical issues, aren't there?
Well, that sounds absolutely fascinating, Jeremy, but we're going to have to stop you there because we are going to introduce our surprise guest.
What? I wasn't told about this.
You know, you've made a fuss again.
Please welcome. Well, it's only the blooming Prime Minister, isn't it? Julia Salisbury!
Prime Minister Julia Salisbury.
Julia, please. Julia, it's so good to have you back on the couch of chat.
Oh, you know, I never miss the opportunity to pop in.
It does seem that way.
If there's any more poppins, we'll have to put you in the titles.
I presume you're here for the experiment?
Yes, well, after all, you did pay for it.
Actually, we paid for it.
Well, you know, when I first heard about this project, I jumped at the chance to fund it. Increased happiness for everyone in the territories. What could be more advanced than that?
Thank you, Miss Salisbury. We really have appreciated your government's unflinching support for the project.
Oh, you're very welcome, Dr. Magnus. But actually, that's not why I'm here. I just popped in to show you something.
The latest budget forecast, perhaps a groundbreaking new policy document.
God, no. I get enough of that at the office. Yawn. Ready? Pick a card. card.
Really?
Oh, you're such a party pooper. Pick a card, Patrick. 6 of clubs. Oh my God! We're gonna shuffle.
To make sure it's
Gonna
fair.
shuffle. There we go. Right, you'll go. Pick a card. Pick a card. Okay. 6 of clubs.
Well, obviously the whole pack is entirely full of the
That's
six of...
government funding's lovely, isn't it, Charles?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Prime Minister. Thank you, yes.
Well, as we're all doing magic tricks, let's see if the big one actually works, shall we? Let's go over to the machine.
Chester Mims, 24. My favourite tastes are glacé cherries, toothpaste and vegetable
He's
gravy.
nobody. He's just an assistant. Chester, move out of the way and let the Prime Minister get to the button.
But Dr. Magnus, all my years of training.
Are as but naught when compared with our annual magnificent funding check.
Don't worry, Mr. Mims. At Advance, we recognise the contributions of all, from the greatest to the meekest, as equally important and equally valued.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
I mean, I still am going to press the button, though, so... Let's get a little countdown going on the screen. And there we are. Lovely. Come on, everyone. So that's 10, 9, 8, 7, and 2, Mr. Donaldson.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.